It's Kim here, and Paulo from Hancock Homesteading Gardens, and it's a beautiful day today. It's Thursday, time for some tips and tricks on gardening. And one of the first tips that I want to give you is to dress for gardening. Wear loose-fitting clothing comparable to the weather. Today is still just a tad bit cool, so I have on long sleeves and long pants. I also like to wear a hat. The hat serves two purposes. The first purpose, as you can see, is it's supposed to keep the hair out of my face, which it does help with, and it also keeps the sun off my face. I would be wearing gardening gloves if I had gardening gloves, but someone decided to chew them up. Sometimes I wear gardening gloves, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing and what kind of mood I'm in. Okay, the next tip 2, is to know your zone and your frost dates. Okay, and those are real easy to find. You can just go on the internet and type in what are the zones for Missouri. And that's important to know because when you get ready to select plants, especially if you're ordering online, it's going to say this plant is for zone 5 or this plant's for zone 3 through 6. Okay, so you have to know what zone you're in so you can select the plants that are going to have the best survival rate for your state. Now, if you have a local nursery that you're shopping from, they should know that zone and they're already selecting those best plants for you. Okay, and then you also need to know what your beginning frost date and ending frost date is, because you need to know when to plant. And that's very simple to find out too. You just go on the internet and type in what is Missouri's frost dates, and it will pull up the map and tell you what the frost dates are. And we have, I think, 3 or 4 frost dates, because our northern part of Missouri is going to have a later frost date than the southern part. So just find out what your zones and frost dates are. Now, if you don't have an internet, then you can call your local extension office and they will be able to tell you, okay? Or if you're visiting that local nursery, they should be able to tell you. But those are 2 important facts that you need to know for gardening. The next thing I would suggest is to have a sketch of your flower bed, and well, your gardening beds too, but I'm doing flower beds today. Have a sketch of your flower bed so that you know what you have located where. And this is important because the first year I did it, the first year I put in my flower garden, I thought, you know what, I have so few flowers then, I know what I'm growing. But believe it or not, by spring I had already forgotten what's coming up. I also suggest that you keep the little tags that come with your plants, at least one of them, okay? One for each set. Because it has all the information that you need on the back to tell you what that plant needs in order to survive, what kind of conditions it needs. And also, it's good because like coneflowers come in a wide variety of styles and colors, and so by looking at your tag you can say, oh, okay, well this one was Powwow Wild Berry. So if you want to get more that are like that one, then you'll know what the official name for it is. Okay, so keep your tags. If you have a plant that dies, okay, and you want to replace it, it's very nice to have the tag to say, oh, okay, well that was a Miss Molly butterfly bush, so I need to buy another one of those. If you decide, you know what, that butterfly bush didn't survive and I'm not sure I'm going to trust it again, well then make sure you throw the tag away so you're not getting confused as to what you have, okay? So tags, I like to keep the tags. All right, another suggestion is to have your gardening tools ready before you start, okay? Kind of like cooks, they like to make sure they have all the ingredients before they start so that they're not halfway through and go, ugh, I do not have any brown sugar, okay? So try to think about the gardening tools you're going to need and have them ready. For me, there's nothing more frustrating than to be going full steam ahead, getting a lot accomplished, and then go, you know what, I need that hoe, or I need that rake. Where did I put those? Okay, so try to have all of your tools, or if you know where they're at, to have to go and hunt them down. Try to have all your tools right at your gardening site ready to be used. Okay, one of my favorite tools is the wagon, because I am not as strong as I used to be, and so I need the wagon to pull things around. And I also like to have my smaller tools ready, my trowel, my mini rake, my bulb planter. This is the hand bulb planter, okay, and I'm all ready to go. Now I want to show you some of my other favorite tools real quick. This was the hand bulb planter. They also make bulb planters that come in a full-length style, where you just put them on the ground. You put your foot on. Paula, you're right in my way. You put it on the ground. Put your foot on, you push it all the way in, you pull it out, and you have a nice hole for your bulb, okay? And then you just kind of push the dirt back in on top of it. So those are really nice if you are getting a sore back and you don't want to have to be bending over, or if you have bad knees and you can't crawl around that much. This bulb planter is a very nice thing to have. Alright, one of my other favorite tools is my short-handled spade. Okay, it's just the right size for me for digging that hole to put that potted plant in. I also use a traditional hoe and rake. And I really like my garden claw. Okay, that's for putting that dirt up and getting it loosened. Okay, so we have a road grader coming by, and he's going to be grading this road all day, so I'm going to stop here. But hopefully you will gain some information from those tips and tricks that I just gave you. Alright, this is Kim at Hancock Homesteading Gardens saying bye for now.